So, hello, good evening, guys. Can you guys hear me? Am I audible? Am I audible? Hello, good evening, guys. Can you guys hear me? Am I audible? Let me know in the chat section if I am audible. Okay, Karthik. Hi, Amit. Hi, yes, Avijit. Yes, okay, correct, great. So, I'll share my screen. Okay, let me share my screen first. Okay, okay. My screen is like shared, right? You can see my. Yes, I am XT. Yes, good evening, good evening, good evening, guys. So my screen is visible, right, guys? Is my sound is too low right now? Also, is it good now? Hi, Said Khan. You are from Pakistan. Great, 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 great. So, is my voice good now and my screen is visible? Let me know in the chat section, please. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Vivek, Avijit, Harsha. No, not it. No, it's not fine. My voice is not audible. I'll check once. My my voice is not audible. Please, everyone. Okay, it's perfect for Karthik. I can see. All correct, all good. Okay, it's good. Okay, so yesterday, where we left, yesterday we talked about variables and stuffs, right? So today, we'll start with what? If else and for loop and function. We'll see for loop, while loop, do while loop. We'll see few things. We cannot cover all things, but we'll try to cover things. Okay, guys. So I'll just open the compiler, online compiler that we use, GDB. I'll select the language as C++17. I'll remove this. Okay, great, great. So yesterday we saw that we started with what? Variables. I start. Okay, I'll just revise once what we learned yesterday. We talked about data types yesterday, right? So there we saw what, like int. For integer we write as int, for character we write as character. And this is what, this is a statement, like, which is declaration of that statement, correct? Like, this is declaration till here, and whole is like, here is equals to 5 is what, initialization equals to 5 with value 5. So value is also called as literals, so you don't guys have to go with the names, right? So this is value, and this is what, variable name. So here we can give anything, and here we have give a, it can be x, y, z, anything. This is what I called yesterday, this is assignment operator, and we have to end the statement every time with semicolon, correct? Then char, we use char for character, so these are what, these are reserved keywords: int, char, float, double. So for float we use float, like that, and I'll just round braces, I'll try to. So float is what, real number, that is 5.8, small real number. So float, this is f is variable name. So again, for double, we checked that double is the keyword we use if you want to take the bigger number. Okay, so a bigger number in floating point. So that's why we given the variable name as d, and we have written the value, right? Then we saw that this is we use for commenting of that statement wherever we don't want to execute it. This means if I write in the compiler, suppose I write here in the compilers, if I do control slash, no, it will just comment it out. It means what? Commenting of that line. It means it will not execute. Second line will not execute. If I this means what? Second line will not execute. It means comment. Compiler will. So why we use comment? Basically, if some functions is written, today we'll study about functions and for loop, if loop, like if else statement and for loop, while loop, do while loop, everything we'll study today. We'll see. We'll write comments also. We'll check that things also. Correct. Okay, great. Then for ending the statement, like to go to the next line, like for endl, we use endl. Basically, we can use slash n also, but generally it's depend on the how like particular programmer how it's comfortable with. So I generally use endl. We can use slash n also for the next line. Correct. This is for endl is for the ending the line. So basically ending the line means what? It is going to the next line. That is me. So we have taken that saw that variable. What is variable? Variable are the like are used for storing the data. Storing data means what? Like it may be character, what in it can be storing integer, character, float, double, because d is what? Variable. F is variable. Ch is variable. I can write anything. I can write Amit, I can write Shubham, anything I can write here in place. But generally we write which is like similar to whatever variable we are, like whatever keywords we are taking, right? So that it is understandable and okay. So that is what variable is. Correct. So it's for storing. So one more thing is variable name cannot start, like, so lots of rules are there that variable name cannot start with numbers. Like these are some few things, like I cannot write this like ach, like one ch I cannot write. So variable name would not start with numbers. So those are the few stuffs are there. When we go through it, we'll try to understand that. I will not go into deep because it's a boot camp. We have to cover lots of things today also. For loop, do while loop, and functions. So in functions we'll see like yesterday people talked about that, void returning things are not. So yesterday I didn't explain because people will not understand everything. So today I'll try to cover that. Okay. Then this is called, this we saw, right? So this is what? This is called as assignment operator in what? This is called assignment operator in computer languages, right? But in mathematics this is equals to, correct? But in in computer this is assignment operator. It means, this statement means what? This statement means what? That a is an integer. Integer. So a is an variable. A is an what? Variable which is storing value 5. Or you can say that 5 is assigned to a. Or you can say that 5 is assigned to a. What does that assign means? 5 is given to a, like it like in memory, like int is like int has some bytes, it has 4 bytes. So integer a will have this 5 in that memory block. Correct. Okay. So this means that. Then we saw double equals to, that means what? This is, in programming we call as equal to operator, right? If I write int a equals to 5, so that means a's value is 5. We are not assigning, we are just saying that a's value is 5. So it means a is constant. Are you guys getting it? So this thing. Okay. today i'll start with I'll start with what? If else statement. If else statement. Okay. So then after that, if else, we'll learn about for loops and while loop, do while loop. Okay. I'll give syntax of switch. So okay, you guys will try to do that, then we'll jump to functions, otherwise we'll not cover in 1 hour everything. Are you guys getting it? I usually take, in my full stack program, I usually teach all these things in 5 to 6 classes, so I can understand, like I let you understand everyone that what is happening in the memory block, how it's assigning the value, how like how bytes are, like given like in the memory, so all those stuffs. So I usually take more classes, but we have to cover in everything here. So I'll try to cover bits of things, and we'll see examples. Okay, correct. So everything is correct, right? Okay, okay, great. Divya, everyone, good evening everyone, good evening everyone. Correct. Hi Amit. Amit is here. Okay, okay, great, great. So will, yes, great. So I'll go with if else statement. So what is if else statement? Like if else statements, like these are the conditions, like we write inside the parenthesis basically. So these are for evaluation of, like whether the statement will be executed or not, right? Means like I'll try to write the uh, I'll try to write the syntax of that, the grammar of that. So suppose this, like this is written as like if condition, correct? Then we give this curly bracket, and we write the, like how code is written here, code is written here. Okay, great. Then we close the parenthesis, correct? So this is the syntax, like we write if keyword, then we inside this we write the this is the syntax of if statement, correct? So what where we use, like basically inside this, if, like if runs, if condition only runs when this condition is true. So that time if condition runs, so we'll see why we use if else. Suppose like I will take one program also, suppose we want to print the positive numbers or something else, so we'll see that how it's written, correct? So if, like if this condition is true, then it will be executed, else what will happen, next statement will be executed, isn't it? So that is what if else is. So how I'll write that statement. So I'll write else, then else. It has, because if comes with what, else, correct? So it's C++ is case sensitive, so it will be small else, ELE, correct? And again here what will what will there, code will be there, code is written here. Okay, then will end the statement. So you might have seen, lots of memes about if else in machine learning and all those stuff. So, you know, there people like use lots of if else, like if not this, then execute the code, else execute the another code. Are you guys getting it? So we'll try to see, you know, one program, like to check how if else statement is working through code, like whether, suppose I want to give a number and I want to check that number is positive or negative. So there we can use if else conditions, correct? So one more thing I'll tell you, yesterday I didn't show you the what is, yesterday I didn't show you the taking input, I showed you the output. If I run this, it will give hello world, correct? It will give hello world, isn't it? So but I didn't show you the cn, like taking input from the user. I told you, right, this is a io stream is like this is included this library. So io means input output stream, so output stream we have seen, but input scene we haven't seen. So will that cover like how to take input from the user, correct? And how to check whether the number is positive or negative, I'll do that. So this is the, yesterday I told you guys, this is the basic template. We have to include hash include iostream, we have to write, and using namespace std you have to write. If I don't write this statement, if I comment this, then I have to write, if you guys remember, I have to write std, then scope resolution operator, then it will run. You, if you guys remember, if I run this, okay, I'll refresh it, so it's it's congesting, guys. So that's why I need to refresh this website once. Okay, it crashed. Okay, I'll try to open once again. I'll try to clear the cache. And what is that? Okay, it opened. I need not to do that. Okay, I'll select the language again, and I'll remove this thing. Okay, so yesterday remembered, if I don't include this, like using namespace, actually I write here and I comment it. This is what I did. I written this 2 slash. This means what? Commenting of this line. So this compiler, this online compiler will not execute the fourth line. So if I run, it will not run because I am not using namespace. You see, cout was not declared in the scope. Correct. So what I have to do is I have to write std then scope resolution operator. So then if I run, then what? It will run. You see, hello world. But so to get out this everything every time we have to write, so we can write directly here. We can include that here. Okay, then we do that. So this is what cout, but we haven't seen cin. Correct. So this is the basic template. Without it has to include io stream for input output stream. Correct. Then we use using names std. Then this is the main function. One main function will always be there in a program. This is going to be there. So how function is written? We write the data type. We'll see function with, we'll try to cover 2 3 problems with functions. Correct, guys? So how it's written right now, I'm just covering that in a small like whatever you know I can explain you right now. So we write the data type, that is integer type. Correct. That's why returning integer, isn't it? So I will see where we are returning integer, where we will not return. If I write void, will not return something. So we'll see that in functions today. We'll try to cover that in what? In program. So this is main function. One main, like main function will always be there in a C++ code. Correct. So this is called main function. Function, when you write double round bracket, that time it defines as function. So inside that curly braces, we all write the code. Correct. So our task is to check whether the number is positive or not. So this is we want to check. Correct. So what I did here, I commented out. So line number 1 will not be executed because this is means what? Commenting, right? So what I have to do is, let me write the code. Okay. So what is the condition, guys, to be a number to be a positive number? What is the conditions to number to be a positive number? Guys, can I see in the comment section what is the condition to be like what are integer should be, so it like we call it as a positive number? What it should be? Like if it is greater than 0, so it's yes, correct, Divyam. So if the number, like whatever variable what we are taking, if that is greater than 0, it means it's a positive number, isn't it? Yes, value, Karthik, great, great. So value should be greater than 0. Correct. Okay, okay. And if it is not greater than 0, then it's a negative. So when we say it's greater than 0, so we'll write that condition, because what I said here, like if condition, like this condition need to be true. Like if condition will only run, okay, I'll write by commenting, if condition will run when condition is true. This is the thing. So what we'll write is, I'll, okay, I'll do what? I'll take an, suppose, number. I'll take a number which you want to enter. This is what called declaration of number, which is of integer type. you see I use double slash, it means commenting out. Okay, so if I use here, so it will whole be commented, but I'm using here, so only this line will be commented, this will be executed. What I'm doing is like I'm taking a number which I take input from the user. So this is what integer type, correct? So I've written that. Now what I have to do, I have to write, enter the number here in console. I have to write. So enter the number, what the number you want to take. So I'll write C out, correct? So I cannot write C capital because C++ is what, case sensitive, right? So I'll enter the number. I have to write in the double quote, as you guys know. So this is not required, it was there, so I'll remove that. Okay, enter the number. Okay, then I'll go here and I'll write endel to come to the next line. I'll end the line here. Then I'll write scene, isn't it? Scene means what? It will take input from the user. Okay, give the number from your side, what number you have to take. So scene, what we declared number there, right? So we'll write scene number, we have to take input from the user, correct? I'll get you the flow, I'll get you the flow. Let me write the code. Then well, then what we saw is, guys, we have to write this thing, right? If condition, then inside we have to write the code, and else this. So we are trying to understand if else statement with the code, correct? So now I'll write if, what will the condition, guys? Can you guys write in the comment? That is number is greater than 0, correct? Number is greater than 0. If this happens, then what? You should write what? See out your number is positive, correct? Can I write this? Like if number is greater than 0, then your number is positive. Then I have to use insertion operator. I'll go through once. Okay, let me write that one first. So by endel will come to the next line, correct? So now if I think if statement is over, I have written the if statement. Like this is what we saw, right? We have to write if, then condition is what? Condition is what, guys? Condition is number greater than 0. And inside the what is the code that I am printing? Your number is positive, and that number will come out here, correct? So this will happen. Okay. Now this is under the scope. I'll come out of the scope and I'll write else statement. How else is written? I have to write else. Then I have this curly braces. Then I'll write what? Otherwise what? If number is not positive, then it's negative. So I'll write C out your number is what? Negative, isn't it? Okay, great. Then I'll write number here also. Number, endel, correct. So I think our code is done. Now I'll try to comment every line what you have written. This is what? This is the basic template. This line, fourth line, sixth line, eighth line, ninth line, this is under the scope and return. Inside this is the code we have written. Except everything was like it was necessary, isn't it, guys? We have to write the positive, we have to check the number is positive or negative. That's why we are writing this. So here what I have to do, like I have to take input from the user, right? Or else I can directly write here number equals to 5. We can directly check also that without taking input from the user. But that is not a, like that is not practical, right? So we want that user should give some value, isn't it? So we have declared one variable. That is variable is what? Number, which is of integer type, correct? So this is what yesterday we called it as driver code. This is what int main is, what main function is, what it's a driver code, correct? So here this statement is written, this is whole when we end the with semicolon, this 30 line, this is called statement, correct? Number is what variable, int is what of number, because number is going to be integer, correct? That's why we have taken this, correct? Like you have to take right this, so in the console it will say enter the number, correct? Then we will take input from the user. How we take input? We write C in, then we use this greater than sign, then we write number, correct? Because this is number we declared, isn't it? Then we end it. Now we write the if else condition. We know the, this is the grammar of if else condition, this is the syntax, basic syntax. We write if is the keyword, then in condition we'll write the condition, and inside this parenthesis we'll write whatever code is, then else whatever the code is inside this parenthesis, correct? So if statement only runs when it's correct. If it is not correct, it will go to the else statement. So what condition we have given? If number is greater than 0, if I take input from the user that 5, correct? So 5 is greater than 0, isn't it? So it will print what? Your number is whatever we take value, that will be positive. So let us run once, if it is running or not. Okay, you saying enter the number is coming. Which one is this? This one, this 14th line, enter the number. Okay, we'll take input from the user. So what is saying? So we use else if statement for this kind of programs, because the number can also be, yes, number can also be 0. Like, okay, sorry, I'll try to increase the font. Let me know, guys, if it's visible now. Is my compiler size is like now it's is it visible? Can you guys see it correctly right now? Like is compiler like a font is visible now, guys? Can you guys confirm once if it is like big enough so that you can see? Guys, can you guys can confirm it? Correct, correct, correct. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Okay, so what it is saying? Okay, I have written the spelling as, I'll stop. Okay, you see, I written the numbers spelling as wrong. Number what I have written. Okay, no problem. So enter the number. It came here, correct? So we have to enter the number. It is asking from the user. It will not execute until unless I put something. So suppose from my keyword I enter 45. So this is what 45 is positive number. So this statement should execute, isn't it? So it will write as your number is positive, and it will write 45. So if I press enter, okay, this I have to refresh. So this site has some problem. Okay, okay. So if I run again, if I run again, it will ask me for the number. Why it's not running? What has happened? Issues with the website. Okay, no problem. I'll try to clear the cache. Online. Okay, okay. Now it's good. I'll paste it. Okay, now I'll run it. Okay, I have to choose the language also. Now I'll run it. Okay. Oh God. crash from the website. Okay, pardon me, guys. I'll try to, online online GDB, right? I'll try to clear the whole cache. Okay, now I'll okay paste it. Okay, guys. If I run it now, so it is asking for the number, correct? So if I write 45, until and unless I press the 45 keyword, so like key, it will not give output. So I'll press enter now. So you see your number is what? Positive. If I would have given negative number, so it will be like giving me what? Because 45 is what? Positive number, right? If I run again, okay, suppose I run again this code. It's compiling. Okay, I am not using ID because like all are in different, whatever ID they guys will be using. That's why like I want to be like common for all so that every guys can see it, right? Okay, I'll try to stop and I'll run it again. Today's it's this website is giving lots like because I generally teach here only. So today it's giving, you know, I'll try to reduce the size by okay. If I enter value as minus 23, correct? So you see what it is giving? Your number is negative because minus 23 is what? Negative. So one more we like we haven't considered the zero case, right? If I put zero, so you know, so that time what another statement we can add is like if else, like you if else we have used if lots of cases are there, then we use at else if statement. Are you guys getting it? So what I can do change here is suppose I'll write is else if okay, then I'll give what the condition here, and in condition I'll write number is less than 0. So greater than 0 it considering what? Positive number. Less than 0 it is considering negative number, isn't it? Now I have to consider what? 0 also. That's why I've written, right? Then I will write else statement. Then I'll write cout uh, entered number is what? 0. Or I can write this way also, isn't it? Number. So I think this will cover the thing, isn't it? So when we have like more than one condition or two conditions, what we'll write if else is written inside, there can be else if, lots of else if here, not only one. Here it can be 3 4 else if. Are you guys getting it? Not only one. So I'll just copy if something happens. Okay, so I'll try to run this code. So enter the number. Suppose we'll check for first of all 3, a positive number. So this should get executed, right? So I write 3. Okay, it's running. Now I'll again run and I'll try to cover this statement, isn't it? Okay, I'll run it. Suppose I give as minus 5. So it should say your number is what? Negative, correct? So your number is negative. It is running. Now I have to take what? 0 value also, correct? Because we 0 value we're skipping because it is greater than, it is less than. So suppose if I run it and I enter 0, the entered number is 0. Are you guys getting it? So this covers the if else and else if. Here it can be more else if, not only one. If there is a different program you have to take, so you can take lots of else if here. Are you guys, like, if conditions are, lots of other conditions are there, are you guys getting it? So there is a concept called nested else if also, like nested if else also. Inside if you can write else if, like if else again, that is called nested else if. So that thing, if I try to cover everything, so that will not be everything will not be covered, guys. So you can check out that else if. Same concept is there. Inside if you can write else if, and else inside, like that is called what? Nested else if else. Are you guys getting it? Okay, yes, yes, correct, correct, Avijit. Nesting, that is like, this is basically we cover in, like, okay, is it my font is it small right now also? Previous text size, like Karthik is saying something, like, is it good or what? Like, now currently text size is good, is it good? It's good, I guess, right, guys? Okay, then what we'll cover is, we'll try to cover what? For loop. Okay, good, good. Now we covered if else, then we'll try to cover what? For loop and what? While loop. This thing we'll try to cover. Okay, great. I'll try to increase the size. Do while I'll try to cover this stuff. Okay, okay. So how it's written, how it's done, we'll try to see that thing, isn't it? So what I'll write is, for loop, this is very important, while loop. Tomorrow we'll start with arrays, then we'll, after that we'll start with stacks, then at the last date we'll try to calculate, like we'll try to write a whole program with calculator. We have to cover functions. That's why I'm trying to cover loop, while loop and everything, because function is very important. I'll show you today like why, where we use return statement, why we don't use return statement, how to call a function from the main function, how to write different function in different, we'll do the addition with functions. Are you guys getting it? All those stuffs we'll see today. Okay, while loop and do while. Okay, I'll, okay, great. So before I move with the, this diagram, I'll try to write the what? I'll try to write the syntax of for loop. Why for loop is used basically? Okay, basically for loop are used, when uh, yesterday we saw one program, right? That we have printed what? We have print. I'll try to take this code and I'll try to paste it in what? Notepad. So if you guys want, I'll give you. Okay. So I'll remove all the code and I'll just refresh it. It will give me the template. Today this website is giving me, okay. So yesterday we saw that we are printing hello world, isn't it, guys? So if I want to print 100 hello worlds, so I have to write every time, I have to write what? Hello world, isn't it, guys? If I have to write this hello world for 100 times, so I have to use what? See out, isn't it, guys? So I'll try to first of all, I'll try to explain, then I'll if I want to print, from 1 to 10 numbers, so I don't have to write, okay, take the input from the user and all those stuff. So don't want to do that. So that is for for loop. Like for loop basically covers like what is the repetitive task is there. You write once, rest things will be covered by the what? Compiler. Are you guys getting it? So that is the work of for loop. So it does the repetitive task. So how we write the syntax, the grammar for loop? We'll write the for. This is the keyword. We write the for, right? Then inside we'll write as round braces. Then we do initialization. I'll let you know what initialization means, guys. Then we give semicolon. Then we write the condition. Okay. Then we update it. Then we write the curly braces, and inside that, what is inside this? Inside the curly braces, we write body. That is what code is written inside that. Okay, great. Then we terminate it. Basically, this is what? This is the syntax of for loop. Okay. I'll take one example and I'll do iterations here. What do I mean by iteration and everything? I'll try to do that here. Then I'll go through this thing. Okay. Then I'll let you explain this diagram. First of all, this is the syntax, correct? Suppose I want to print from 1 to 10. I want to print from 1 to 10. So how I'll write with for loop? Without for loop, I have to use what? I have to every time write, okay, see out one, see out one, see out two. Are you guys getting it? Taking input from the user one, two, three, four. So if you have to write 10 times see out, but we don't want to do that. Are you guys getting it? We don't want to do that. So how it will be written? How it will be written, guys? We'll write for loop. For that for loop, what we have written, guys? We have written the code like for keyword. Then we do initialization, like from where it is starting. I'll do the iterations there in the PPT. Don't worry. So inside this round braces, what we write? We give the data type of that whatever variable we are just for doing the iteration. I is called what? This is very general. Suppose this code is for printing number from 1 to 20. Suppose this is the program we have to write. So this is the basic syntax, that this is always with third line, fifth line, seventh line, eighth line, ninth line, and 11th line will always be written. Now inside this, we'll go by this formula, whatever this syntax is: initialization, condition, update. Correct. So int I is what? I is a variable. That's it. I is iterating variable. Like this will do iterations. I'll let you know what I mean by iteration. Okay, guys. Is it we are just okay? We are almost covered with the time. Okay, I'll go fast. Then I'll write I is less than equals to what? Suppose what? 20, because we want to print from 1 to 20, isn't it? Then I'll do updation of that. Correct. I plus plus means what? I plus plus means what? This means I plus plus I plus plus means I equals to I plus 1. It means I plus 1 is given to I. It means updating the value by 1, incrementing. This is means what? This is increment operator plus plus. I is incremented by value 1. So we want to print from 1 to 20. So we'll start. This is called initialization, where we are starting. And this is the condition. This is the condition. We write condition, right? And then update. Update is what? We are just increasing, because if you want print 1, then you have to print 2. Next step, right? Then print 3, then print 4. So inside this what we'll write? See out What? Number, not number. I have to write in what? Double quote, isn't it? Otherwise, number is nothing there. Numbers, numbers are correct. Then what is the iterating variable here? I, correct. So I. Then I'll give some space. This is for giving space, right? Then I'll end it. If I run this code, we see let what happens. Okay, I'll not. It is giving some different kind of output. I'll try to remove this. Okay. So it is printing every number R1, 2, 3. We don't want to print that way. We want to print like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You see, 1, 2, 3, 4. If I don't write this statement, no, let's see what happens. If I don't give this space, what will happen? You see, 1, 2, 3, 4. It is coming like at it. No space is there. So what we'll do is for that, we'll go here. We do insertion operator. Then we give the space. Then if I run, then it will come in uniform. Are you guys getting it? Without for loop, you could have done for like without using for loop also, by taking input from the user 20 times. So that will be very like, it will be like 30 40 lines of code. If suppose I write here 100, okay, and if I run it, you see how convenient it is. You see how convenient. If I like, it is starting from 1, that's why it is initialization. If I start from 80, so it will start from 80. It will be starting printing from 80 to 100. Are you guys getting it? So this is the thing. This is initialization. 81, from 80 to 81, it is becoming from whom? I plus plus. This updation is doing. I is 80. Plus plus means what? Increment operator. Plus plus is increment operator. It will increase by 1. So 80 becomes, because starting the initialization. So its starting is 80, because this is initialization, this part. So it will check 80 is less than 100. Correct. Now this condition is true. So it will run. It will print. I is printing what? I is 80. So 80 will print it. Then incrementation happens. 81. Then it is go here. 81 is less than 100. Correct. Okay. Then print it. When it comes, when I becomes 100, suppose this way it will get printed. Correct. If I becomes 101, so it is saying that 101 is less than 100. This is not true, right? So this for loop will end here. You see, it ended. It didn't print 101 because this condition is false, right? 101 is less than 100. This is false condition. So this how for loop works. Are you guys getting it? Similarly, we can write for while loop also. Are you guys getting it? Similarly, we can do for while loop also. And if I want to check for the that hello world, like we seeing hello world, right? That I was saying, we can check for that also. If I write 1, I want to print till, I want to print 10 times hello world. So what I have to change here, guys? What I have to change here? I have to write what? I have to write hello world, then endl, because it will go to the next line, isn't it? Now is it over? Like it will print how many times hello world? 1 10 times it is printed hello world. But without using for loop, how we'll do? We have to do cout 10 times. Are you guys getting it? If I don't want to use this for loop, I'll just copy this and I'll try to paste it in the notepad. So if I don't want to use this for loop, so I'll print this thing. What I have to do? I'll just remove this, you know, I'll remove this and I'll Are you guys getting it? So this is the way you have to do 10 times. If you have to 100 times, so you see, like if I run this code, now it is printing how many times you printed? One, two, three, four, five, six. Six times. So six times written. So six hello world came. If I want to print, so you see the use of for loop. I can use for loop without using this. I can directly, if I use this statement directly, I remove this thing and I put this thing, and I can write if I want to give to, suppose 20. You see the use of for loop. Repetition of task is there, like, so 20 times hello world is there. Are you getting it? So this is the use of for loop. Similarly, while loop is also there. For while loop, what you do, I'll try to write the while loop. Okay. This is also for doing the iterations, the same thing, like whatever same thing is doing. So we can do using while loop, and do while is also there. So I'll go that here. You see, this is for what? This is for loop. That initialization we do, then we check the what expression, the condition, isn't it? If it is true, then it will statement block will be executed. Which one is statement block? This one will be executed if it is true. This is initialization done. Then it will check the condition. If it is true, it is checking the condition, isn't it? If it is true, it is going down. If it is false, then it is ending. Because for 101 it will be false, isn't it? Like here for 21 it will be what condition will be false, because what 21 is less than 20, but that is not true. That time this false will be executed, it will be coming here. So then updation occurs, then it continues until and unless that for loop is covered. Similarly, do while and while loop, we'll try to see what while loop now, how it's done. So for while loop, what do? We do initialization outside the while loop. Here initialization happen, correct? Initialization happen first. Spelling is wrong. Okay, initialization happen first, then we write the while what while keyword, then we write condition inside this, then we write condition. Okay, great. Then we inside this we write the code, and here we update is there. Here we update. In for loop, initialization condition update done in the round bracket, correct? But in while loop, condition is written only here. Inside the code we use update. Before that, what we write? Here we write initialization. Here we write initialization. Are you guys getting it? So okay, I'll try to check once the. Are you guys getting it? Okay, so like there is nothing like when to use for loop, when to use Divyam. There is nothing like when to use for loop, when to use while loop. If you are comfortable with while loop, you can go with while loop. You can solve problems with while loop also. You can solve problems with for loop also. Whichever suits you, you can cover that. And like do while loop is something bit different. Do while is bit different, like where the condition is like one statement occurs, like every time it will happen, like whatever the condition is, first time it will execute for sure. Are you guys getting it? So these like will in pattern printing there lots of problem comes where there I usually teach people with while loop. I make comfortable people with while loop. Are you guys getting it? So can we see like have you got Divyam what I'm trying to say? Have you got it? Can I see answer from you, Divyam? Okay. Now, if I want to do this thing with while loop, so how I'll write? I'll remove this. Correct. I'll remove this. What I said, initialization happen first. So initialization will not be happening inside the in for loop. What we'll doing inside the curly, like not curly round braces, we are doing the initialization. But in while loop, what happens is we do initialization out, like outside the for while loop. So we'll write int what? Int is the data type, I equals to 1. So this is the initialization we done, isn't it? Initialization we done it. Correct. Okay, great. Then we'll write the while keyword, isn't it? So then inside this we write the what? Condition. That is, I suppose I want to print till 20. So I is less than equals to 20. Then I'll give the curly bracket. Then inside that I'll write the code, whatever the code is. So I'll trying to printing that till 20. So see out I'll write, and I'll the iterating variable is I is the iterating variable. Then I'll give some space, otherwise it will not it will come uh, together. So okay, I'll end it here, no problem. Then I need to update also that I plus plus. Okay, then it, so you see the difference with the for loop. And okay, I'll try to take this there also, copy. Okay, I'll suppose I paste it here. So here in for loop, what we are doing, we doing initialization inside the round bracket. But in while loop, we are doing initialization outside the while loop. Correct. And then we are checking the condition, this round bracket only, but we are only checking condition inside the round bracket. Then we are out writing what? Here I have written hello world. I'll try to remove this. I'll write iterating variable I. Correct. I'll write iterating variable I. Then I'll do what? I'll give space. So this is the thing we did for in for loop, isn't it, guys? Here we are updating it. Now I'll try to remove right now, and I'll check whether this while loop is working or not. Okay, you see it is working, right? I want to check for the for loop. I'll try to, you know, I will try to comment it out. I commented out this one. Okay, now I run for the for loop. Similar output is giving. So whichever is suitable for you, like Divyam, are you getting it? Yes, yes, Divyam, are you getting it, Divyam? Like you can use for loop, while loop according to your convenience. Are you getting it? So this is the thing we use for what? While loop. Now if I want to uh, it is giving similar output. If you see, it is giving similar output, 1 to 20, isn't it? Here in while loop, we do initialization outside that while, and inside that we give the condition only. But in for loop, we do initialization, int I equals to 1. This is initialization. Then we check the condition, give the condition I is less than equals to 20. Then we update it. But in while loop, what we do? What is the difference? Difference is we do initialization outside. Then inside that we check only condition. Correct. Then we print it. Then after that we update it. Correct. This is the thing between while loop and for loop. Okay, great. Okay, time, it's already 9. Oh damn, I need to teach you lots of things. Okay, I thought of teaching you, for loop, while loop and function. I could have taken example of function, like, okay, no problem. So do while loop, you guys will check for do while loop. What do while loop? Okay, in while loop, what is that? We start, then we check the condition. If it is false, it will end. If it is true, then it is like again it will go on, isn't it? For do while loop, what do we write? For do while loop, can I write the syntax for that? Then you will guys try to see it. I'll write the syntax for this. Okay, I'll try to write the syntax. Okay, let me insert. Okay, so how it's written? It is written as, we write as do, then I give curly bracket. Do will be, always it will be small, so it is auto correcting. Okay, do, then like this is inside his body, like whatever the code is there, correct? Then we give the curly bracket, correct? Then outside that we'll write while, then condition is there. You guys getting it? Then what is happening? Condition is here. Okay, so this is the syntax. Are you guys getting it? So do while what happens is this body will execute once. So try to see this. We'll try to, if we get a time, we'll try to cover this do while. Then we'll start with what? Functions and everything. Like functions, how return statement and everything will. Then I'll try to cover function very fast. Then we'll start with arrays. Okay. Then we'll start with what? Then start with stack. We'll see. I'll try to teach array. Like, and you can solve the code forces. Like I'll give that code forces problem link to you, and you guys can code forces or code chef, I don't know, I don't remember. Code chef or code forces competition website. From there I'll give that problem, you guys are able to solve it. You'll see. Okay, yes, function is very important. I'll try to cover that function. Like we can you like we can extend the time, I don't know. Yes, yes. Yes, Viraj. Like I can I call you to Viraj? Okay. I don't understand how time is going. I don't. I'm also not getting how time is getting. It's already 1 hour over. Basically, I take 2 hours class every day. Like in my full stack program, I take 2 hours, and whatever I'm teaching you in one day, right? This if else, and I usually take 3 4 classes. People ask lots of doubts. I cover lots of programs. I do lots of stuff. I do there with functions also. I take lots of until unless they understand no everything. I didn't do the iterations. If you see, no, I did the for loop and things. I literally do the iterations, how the code is working, how this code basically works. I show all the iterations, how it is working, how I plus plus happening, where from where, like how the flow of the code is, with the functions. It's very interesting. I'll try to cover the functions. You guys will get it. Function is very important. From main function, where it is go, how we call the function, and all those stuffs. If you know function, sorting algorithm, searching algorithm. Only I taught functions very deeply, and when I teaching sorting algorithm, bubble sort, merge sort, if you heard of those all those stuffs, I don't teach. Like people are getting it. Are you guys getting it? Like whatever my students are there in the full stack, I don't need to teach them sorting, searching, and everything, because everything I've covered in function. So I've given lots of time in function, maybe 8 9 classes, I don't know. you know Tomorrow I'll start with function, then I'll go with arrays, then I'll give you program that you can solve in the code forces is there, correct? So you can able to see code forces, lead code problem, whatever I teach you in array. And I'll try to cover array and pointers, because I take lots of time in pointer, because people struggle with pointers, functions, how it's calling and all the stuffs, and array stack, how it's going on. People like they get confused. So I cover everything, don't worry about that. Okay, yes, correct, correct. I'll try to cover that. And at the last I have taken function so much that in the fifth day I've taken function so much that, correct guys, in the fifth day I have taken one program. There we have used lots of functions, and we'll cover everything there. In function we'll try to cover lots of things there. Okay, so I don't know, assignment will be given that moderator will let you know. Sandesh is there, so he'll let you know. Okay guys, so one more thing, so we, before ending the session, basically, we are trying to employ 50,000 employable developers with high end, like they know everything about the code. DS is very important. Every company is like asking for that. you know, you have project or everything, doesn't matter, until unless you can't solve the problem, there you go. Like you will be not selected. When even when I'm hiring people, I also check for like basic concepts of DSA. I generally, when I hire, I do check this those stuffs. Are you guys getting it? So like we have another program that is for 399 like rupees. There you will get, you know, 2 months of you know, coding things like advanced there you can learn about, you know, this GitHub SEO DSA for 2 months. Are you get for 399 rupees? That is not even full stack. Are you guys getting it? For full stack it's 6 months of things are there. This is 2 months of things is there. Like this is we call subscription model basically. So DSA, Java, JavaScript, advanced Excel, and everything with assignments, mentorship, everything is given. Until unless you understand, we don't let you go. I never let my student go until unless they understand everything, from function to pointers to arrays to sorting, searching. You tell like any topic of DSA, whatever we are covering. So this is another program that is 399 rupees. You get 2 months of time to interact with the, you know, like trainers, whatever the trainers are there. So that is future dev subscription we call it, you know. That is the like price is launch price is 399. You get for 2 months. Yeah. And that's like I know I that's a very like good deal. Are you guys getting it? So you can check out that. And for full stack program, this is already I'm taking for full stack, you know, that's 6 months. Like every like apart from 2 hours every day, I give my Saturday Sunday also. I review their resumes, I take mock interviews, I give one-to-one like mentorships. Are you guys getting it? Until like it's exclusive, like one-to-one mentorship. If you like get to talk to our full stack students, you'll get to know how I teach them. You guys getting it? Until unless they don't understand, I let them ask in the live, you know, there, and they cover their things. Okay, this is the thing. Okay guys, so if you cover this like till 26, like you get 7,000 off in the full stack basically. Until unless you get the job, like you're not like left out. Are you guys getting it? So 100% placement is there for sure. Okay. And one-to-one mentorship every day from my side. I give my Saturday Sunday also to their calls, whatever problem they're facing and everything. Okay. And lots of projects are there and everything. So if you avail this till 26, you'll get 7,000 off with Let's Diwali this coupon code. And unless you like and for whatever the boot camps we are doing, you have to go like get 50% progress, you know, to get the attendance and to get the you know, certificate. So you guys attend this 5 days boot camp today, like these days, and you'll get the certificate. And don't forget to, you know, mark the attendance. Try to do that. This is a full stack program, and you can check with 399 for 2 months. You guys can check it. Okay. So we'll end our session today. Tomorrow I will start. It's lots less times are we are getting, guys. It's very. Yes, yes. Like people already found me on LinkedIn and they sent me message. My name is Amit Kumar Ghosh. You can check out there. If you write Amit Kumar Ghosh, you'll find my name in the above section. Okay. So okay, guys, go to the pinned message like in here, and click here and go to the, you know, this future dev link. If you go there, okay, you can check the future dev subscription model for 300 only. You get the subscription. And before that, go to the description and mark the attendance, this one link attendance, this one, guys. Otherwise your certificate will not be getting certificate, guys. So you have to, you know, sign in, then you have to mark the attendance. So, you know, I'll try to do it fast. Okay, I'll try to do it fast. I'll do it Google. Okay, okay. So mark your attendance to get your certificate. Here you see. Okay. So here what you have to do, You have to give the mobile number and everything, whatever you have to do. I'll not try to. Here you see program progress. I have didn't do any attendance, so it's zero right now. So you get LU coins. Like each LU coins cost 1 rupees. If you get 10, 50, if you get 500 LU coins, then it like you can avail 500 off. Are you guys getting it? So cover the 5 days bootcamp, then you'll get certificate. And try to see the future dev also, this subscription model for 2 months. It's a steal deal. You guys can check it. You guys get 8 certificates. There will be 8 live sessions of workshop will be there. You'll get 8 certificates, and you can learn, as I told, DSA and everything, JavaScript, Java, as advanced Excel. Lots of things are there with only just 399 for 2 months. So check out that also. Okay guys, thank you for today. uh you know okay, I'll end the session here. Yes sir. Sir, one question. Where are you from? Okay, I am from West Bengal. I didn't like my father is from army background. I didn't live there in West Bengal. Okay, so uh, yes, currently I am a blockchain developer basically. Like if you know my background, I am a blockchain developer. I've been there in the projects of blockchain. I've been doing in the Web3. Okay, guys. So you guys will know more about me. Okay, I'll not try to. Okay, correct, correct. Okay, okay, Abhijit, great, great. You are also from. Okay, try to cover the like get the attendance. Time is over. Yeah, okay. We'll meet you tomorrow. We'll start with functions, then we'll go to the arrays. Like time is 1 hour is very less, guys. Yes, correct. Okay, guys. Good night, Abhijit. I am XG, and everyone who attended today's class. Everyone. Good night, guys.